Hello everyone, I'm here live from Frisco and here with Maha TV we are going to introduce a man, Mark Hill. So he's going to run for the next mayoral elections. And Mark, for everyone who is seeing you for the first time, who is Mark Hill and why do you want to lead the next mayoral elections of Frisco?
Thank you and appreciate the time today. I am a 22-year resident of Frisco. I have my family here. I'm raising my daughter here. I own a local business here, and I'm running to be mayor so that we can have a positive ambassador for this city. This city will have a new mayor. The current mayor of this city, his term is running out. And so I want to make sure we continue to keep this city prosperous for everybody.
Frisco has one of the highest concentrations of Indian American community. As mayor, how do you make sure that the community is not just tolerated but celebrated and represented?
The beautiful thing about Frisco is Frisco has been growing for over 10, 15 years. And throughout that time, the population of Frisco has been diverse,
Mhm.
including with the Indian American population and many others.
Yes.
And throughout that time, the city of Frisco has been very successful.
Mhm.
We have a very safe community. We have a community that pays taxes, that has educated kids, and it's a community that has always been successful because of its diversity. And so the next mayor will need to make sure that we continue to keep this community one that welcomes everybody,
Mhm.
that lets everybody know that they're safe, and that there is still opportunity here. There is opportunity in Frisco for families to move here to improve the lives of their kids, education wise,
Okay.
and also for businesses. Businesses of all communities, including the Indian American community.
Mhm.
It's been growing in Frisco for many years. And my intention as mayor is to make that continue
Okay.
in a very safe and welcoming way.
That's so beautiful. Earlier this year, Frisco City Council saw hateful rhetoric questions from the residents at the city council meetings. As a mayor, how do you ensure that these meetings would not represent hate and prevent these meetings go in a smooth and ensured way?
That's a great question. And I always say leadership starts at the top. You must have leaders that speak positively about the people here, about the residents here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing that distinguishes me from my opponent greatly.
Okay.
You will always hear me speaking respectfully about our neighbors, no matter
Yes.
what your ethnicity, your religion is. I'm a very measured and consistent and professional speaker. That's the first way we fix this.
Mm-hmm.
The second way we fix it is we make city council meetings about city government. And
Yes.
so when we have comment, which we welcome comment, even critical comment, when we have comment, it comes from resident and stakeholders that have interest in agenda items that are at the city council meeting.
Mm-hmm.
City council is not a place for people just to come, mostly outside people, by the way. It's not
Yes.
a place for outside people just to come and disparage our neighbors, our residents.
Exactly. Most
Uh,
of the people were not part of Frisco residents too.
that's right. And you have to understand why they're coming here.
Mm-hmm.
Leadership, they listen to people that are being negative.
True.
And so if you hear others speak negatively, calling people names,
Mm-hmm.
well, that matters to people outside. They hear that and they're attracted to that.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I always ask voters and residents is to hold the candidate and hold your leaders accountable. They should not be calling people names.
True.
They shouldn't have to go on apology tours. That should be something, we should have higher standards for our leaders. That's something I'm very proud of. I've spent my entire life being very respectful, not calling people names, and that matters. Other people that want to come from the outside are attracted whenever there's people that are instigating it, that are causing the temperature to rise.
Mm-hmm.
I won't do that. I'll lower the temperature, and we'll also structure city council meetings so that we get rid of some of the disparaging comments and we focus on agenda items to improve the lives of all of our residents.
Yes, that's a great intent you have. Lots of people in Frisco are doctors, entrepreneurs, and businessmen, and they have helped Frisco to become one of the most vibrant community in America. And do you see this workforce as a competitive advantage, and how would you leverage that?
Absolutely. You know, we have a city here in Frisco that has always been a city of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And so people from around the state, around the country, around the world moved to Frisco.
Mm-hmm.
And that has allowed this city to grow, that has allowed this city to prosper in
Okay.
so many ways. And we as a community benefit from it. And the reason with that way is because we welcome everybody. And so, absolutely, we see all the time different businesses coming here. People have options these days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of good cities around here. We
Yes.
have to protect what makes Frisco special: safety, education, and business opportunity. And
Okay.
that's something we have to protect greatly. I have served on Frisco's Economic Development Corporation for the last 2 years. I
Nice.
see it firsthand. I can tell you Frisco is a top choice for many businesses coming here
Mm-hmm.
for its diverse community and, most importantly, for its talent base. The more talent that we have in Frisco, and as we grow that, more businesses look here
Okay.
over other cities. And that's something we must continue.
That's so great. That would be a great initiative, and that makes Frisco special from the other cities.
Absolutely. It makes us better than other cities. And that's
Definitely.
something that we have to become and remain very competitive in, because other cities are trying to take our families, take our businesses away from us.
Mm-hmm.
And so we must be positive, we must be safe,
Mm-hmm.
and we must continue to show others around the state and the country that the talent is right here in Frisco, Texas.
Yes. Frisco being one of the most popular cities in the entire United States, and there comes this line, this famous line, which says, "With great power comes great responsibility." How do you take that?
You know, I think that is a question about the vision of Frisco.
Mm-hmm.
I think, what do we want this city to look like in the years to come?
Mm-hmm.
And I have so much respect for the prior leadership that got Frisco to where it is today.
Yes.
I am proudly endorsed by former mayors of Frisco, by the mayors of all of our neighbors, Prosper, Salina. And I think the reason for that is because we have a very good thing going here in Frisco.
Mm-hmm.
And we are the envy of many cities around the country.
Okay.
And the reason for that is we just have a city that provides a great education and a great business opportunity for the people that live here.
Mm-hmm.
And we also provide a lot of opportunities as far as activities.
Okay.
Parks, Universal Kids Resorts about to open up.
Yes.
The World Cup is here this summer. There's so many engaging things here that Frisco draws people to.
True that.
And so keeping Frisco special in that way
Mm-hmm.
and unique in that way is definitely part of my vision when I become the mayor.
Sure, definitely. We're going to look forward for it.
Yes, sir.
Frisco ISD is one of the top rated school districts in Texas, and you are part of the board member too. And how do you plan to protect it and strengthen it as a mayor?
That's a great question. Frisco ISD is a magnet that brings a lot of people to the city of Frisco.
Yes.
I have had the privilege of serving on the Frisco ISD board. I served as president of Frisco ISD this past year,
Mm-hmm.
and it is just an excellent institution at every level: academically, athletically, fine arts. It is a beautiful institution that allows families here the ability to get their kids an education that is superior to anywhere else.
Okay.
And partnering with the city on so many things. The Frisco ISD partners with the city on so many projects around the city that help create quality of life in this city.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have many friends still on the FISD board. I'm very much looking forward to the partnerships in the future and how we can strengthen those partnerships to increase and improve the relationships between the city and the school district in the city of Frisco for many years to come.
Got it. So that would be a great vision, right? And a lot of growing people and growing children would envision with their educated purposes.
That's right. And I think families here want to see healthy collaboration between this very large and successful school district
Mm-hmm.
and this growing and successful city. I
Got
think
it.
that's a healthy combination. I think
True.
that's something I can uniquely offer, having been just the immediate past president of Frisco ISD
Yes.
and now becoming the mayor.
Frisco nearly grew 24% in the last 5 years. How do you protect and envision the growth of Frisco while balancing the existing life and current residents?
It's a great question. Quality of life of the residents is always your priority.
Mm-hmm.
And in growth, and when as Frisco continues to grow, and it will continue to grow as long as we continue to have a welcoming community, the city will be growing.
Mm-hmm.
And so there are some priorities of mine that we must be mindful of.
Okay.
The first is safety.
True that.
This community must always be safe. And so from a neighborhood, from a workplace, from a house of worship, wherever you worship, you want to make sure your community is safe.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a safe city, people will look elsewhere to move.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's priority number one. We'll be making sure our top-notch safety remains top-notch.
Yes.
That's a very strong priority of mine. Number two will be, as we grow, how do we do it in a way that helps with traffic?
Mm-hmm.
Traffic in the city of Frisco has intensified over years.
Yes.
Many of the residents I've talked to have noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
And so how do we work with our business partners in the city, as well as our regional partners, the cities around us,
Yes.
that have all supported me? How do we work with them to mitigate and to reduce traffic in the city of Frisco?
Mm-hmm.
And then number three is talent.
Okay.
Making sure that the talent here in Frisco, the businesses here in Frisco, how about the kids that go to college and that want to come back to Frisco, that they have jobs in the city of Frisco?
Mm-hmm.
And that's something in the coming years, certainly during my term as mayor, will be a focus. I want to see more Frisco young professionals coming back to this city.
Yes, that's going to give them a lot of comfort and a lot of opportunities for the future life, right?
Very much so. I talk to families all the time that their kids are well educated, they go to school, and then they have opportunities elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as we continue to grow, I want to make a priority to make sure that the talent base here, the businesses coming here, are looking to hire Frisco-based people, residents, their kids, their educated kids. That's a big priority of mine.
You're just days off from the election. So what would you say directly to the residents of Frisco about why your leadership is the right choice for the future?
Frisco is an amazing city. It's a city that deserves a positive leader. It deserves a mayor that is respectful of everyone in this community. It deserves a mayor that does not call people names, that does not invite outside negative influences. It deserves a mayor that does not have negative rhetoric around them. That's what I offer. I have always been a very positive and respectful leader. I have done that already and demonstrated that already as president of Frisco ISD.
Yes.
I will demonstrate that as the mayor of Frisco. And I believe that will help this community move forward.
Got it.
Move forward in a positive way, in a way that allows us to continue to grow, in a way that is helpful and beneficial for all of us. I live here too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm raising my family here too.
Yes.
I have my local business here too. It matters to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to get rid of a lot of the negative rhetoric that's going around here that's never come from me. And I will make sure that that positive speak, the positive nature of this city comes back to be the focus. We are just days away from the election.
Mm-hmm.
Voting is this Saturday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And I would be honored to have your vote.
Frisco residents, including thousands of homeowners, pay significant taxes. And with the city growing fast, and how do you ensure the taxes are managed and taxes are paid in a transparent way?
It's a great question. And Frisco taxes are really a two-part formula, which most residents know, and I'm a homeowner too, and so I pay property taxes like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
The city tax rate is what the mayor and the city council can control. And so I will make sure that we work with our council to keep the tax rate low
Mm-hmm.
and lower it where we can. So that's our half of the equation. The other half of the equation is one relating to your property tax value or your property value. And those two are put together to figure out how much money you are paying in taxes.
Mm-hmm.
The valuation piece is a county and state function. It's a system developed by the state. And luckily, this time next year, we will be concluding a statewide legislative session down in Austin, where property tax valuations and the formula to how your property is assessed, it will be an issue. And I anticipate reform coming out of Austin to help with that, to help all of us in Frisco. And so I will commit as mayor to make sure we communicate and work with our partners down in Austin to make sure both sides of that equation or helping our residents lower taxes.
Got it. That's going to make all the residents and give them a great relief.
Me too.
Yes. You might have attended a lot of Indian cultural events in Frisco. So, what's your favorite thing about the culture?
The culture to me is one of family.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. And I was raised with a really strong family. And so, so many events here in the city of Frisco, whether it's Diwali and all the fireworks and all the fun that goes around that, or Holi with all the color and the fun festivals around that. I have been engaged in uh, part of that activity for years, multiple years,
Okay.
long before I ever chose to run for office. And I think it brings such a dynamic part of the city. I mean, and it's a beautiful thing. In fact, one of the things I talk about all the time is how do we as a city get better at engaging all the different cultural activities around our very diverse city.
Mm-hmm.
And we do a good job of that. We can always improve it. And it's something I think we as a city should really embrace and really work with some of our cultural leaders to identify how do we get better at this? How do we
Mm-hmm.
have more fun with it?
Mm-hmm.
How do we involve families more into it and all the different communities in the city? Something that I care greatly about and that I really, as mayor, want to make a priority to make sure we're doing it in a way that is helpful for everybody.
Got it. That's a great thing.
Yep.